I've been a paramedic for the past 7 years, and when I graduated, I used to think that that was it, that I'd happily go to work day in, day out and be a paramedic for the rest of my life. But the pandemic happened, and it put a lot into perspective. I told myself that this can't be it for the rest of my life. There must be more. Now don't get me wrong, the job is rewarding, and in that time I've witnessed some of the most intense, emotional and human moments you can imagine. I've met my best friend for life and developed a lot as a person, but it's also relentless. I have really seen firsthand that life is too short. You have to get out there and experience life. But 2 years ago something changed. I hit a point where I knew I needed more, not just from my job, but from my lifestyle too. So I made a decision that scared me. I sold my apartment, moved back with my parents, and decided to chase a dream that I've been holding on to for years: to become a pilot.
So who am I? I'm a 28-year-old. I spent nearly a decade responding to emergencies, supporting patients and working shifts that left me little room for anything else. It's a job that teaches you about people, but also forces you to put your own needs last. And while I don't regret becoming a paramedic, it's not the life I want forever. I reached a point where the stress, the unpredictability and the sense of being stuck started to chip away. Flying had always been the dream, but like a lot of people, I convinced myself it wasn't realistic. Too expensive, too ambitious, too late. So where am I at now? Well, I've got my private pilot's license. I'm halfway through my ATPL theory exams, which is basically the academic side of becoming a commercial pilot, and I'm gearing up for the final phase of training, the hands-on stuff with bigger aircraft and more advanced skills. I can't lie, it's tough, and yes, it's expensive, and I still work part-time as a paramedic to help fund it, but I finally feel like I'm moving towards a life that fits who I am, a life that doesn't revolve around burning out for a payslip. So why am I starting this channel now? This channel isn't about pretending I've figured everything out, it's about being honest while I'm in the middle of it. I'm doing this because I want to document my journey, not just to look back on, but to hold myself accountable, to build something that reflects where I'm going. And maybe to help someone else who was in the same place I was, wondering if it's too late, wondering if it's even worth starting. So what can you expect? I'll be sharing updates from my training, not too technical, but enough to give you a real sense of what it takes. I'll also be talking about money, not in a flashy clickbait kind of way, but in a practical way. Because let's be honest, financial pressure is one of the biggest barriers to change. I've made a lot of lifestyle changes in the last 2 years, downsizing, saving, learning to say no to things that drain me, and say yes to things that bring me closer to the life I want. So expect flying content, financial reflections, lifestyle experiments, and just honest thoughts from someone trying to figure it out just like you. Final message, I'm not chasing wealth, I'm more chasing freedom, the kind of freedom where I can wake up and not feel trapped, where I can build strong relationships, enjoy experiences, and stop living just for the next day off. If any of this resonates with you, stick around, subscribe, message me, comment down below, let's figure this out together. This is Altitude Shift, and this is just the beginning.